What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Roliver Queen, and man, this was a spectacular week for comics. Whew. Key to the week, cue the intro. If you haven't already, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications so you're always in the loop whenever I drop new videos. And shout out to my future sponsor, Bacardi. Live like you mean it. If you're gonna be home drinking, drink Bacardi, and please drink it responsibly. Now let's jump into these comics. First up is The Flash 762. It's written by Joshua Williamson, and the art is done by Howard Porter, and also Howard Porter helps Joshua Williamson with the story as well, and the cover is done by Hi-Fi. This was a spectacular issue. This issue slapped. It was immaculate. This is the end of Joshua Williamson's run on The Flash, and it's very bittersweet. This is actually my first ever Flash run. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that plenty of times. And man, it's gonna suck not having Williamson on the book, but I am ready for what else is to come with The Flash. And listen, but the way he wrapped everything up here, I really enjoyed it. And honestly, if there's one word to describe it all, it's wholesome. It's wholesome. The way that Barry deals with the Reverse Flash is wholesome. The way that the Reverse Flash character just ends up after this entire thing is wholesome. It's wholesome, and I was not expecting it. I mean, obviously, I knew Barry wasn't going to kill the Reverse Flash. I mean, as much as the cover may have hinted at it, no. But the way just everything wrapped up, I felt a little something right here, man. I felt that shit. I felt it. You see that shit right here? Yo, I felt that shit right here, yo. And I really enjoyed it. And also, man, yo, Porter and Hi-Fi just slapped with the art, bro. Everybody just gave it their all here. Everybody gave it their all. Look at that shit. This is spectacular, and this is the stellar quality content of art that you're gonna get throughout this whole issue, and it just meshes well with Williamson's story. I love it. Now, this technically is supposed to be issue 100, but for some reason, DC decided to go with the legacy numbering, so it's 762. Now, here's one of my complaints. I do wish this was a little longer. But then again, we have Speed Metal, which Williamson says is the true ending to this run. But still, I mean, Williamson also did say at the same time that if we weren't dealing with the legacy numbers, this was going to be issue 100. So we know how those numbers work. 25, 50, 75, 100. Those are the anniversary issues. So technically speaking, this was supposed to be an anniversary issue. But at the same time, Williamson just uses this standard page count to get the fucking job done. I gotta respect it. I really enjoyed this issue, man. Joshua Williamson, thank you for making my first Flash run a great one. Much love, much peace. I'm still gonna be checking out the other works. I know you're doing Batman, Superman, and you're doing Justice League right now. But again, thank you for this amazing Flash run. So yeah, this is Flash 762, y'all. Go pick it up if you haven't. I'm pretty sure you guys have, because it's Friday when I'm dropping this video. But yeah, great issue. Alright, next up is Dark Knight's Death Metal, Speed Metal issue 1. It is written by Joshua Williamson again, and the art is done by Eddie Barrows. This also slapped. Listen, Joshua Williamson has not missed this week. He has not missed. Now listen, if you guys have checked out my other videos and probably the stream as well, you guys know that I am not reading the Death Metal event. At least not right now. I'm waiting for it all to just stack. But I am checking out Doom Metal, and depending on the one shot, I will check that out as well. And I have to check out Speed Metal, because this is technically the true ending of Joshua Williamson's Flash run. And man, just like I said a couple minutes ago in the last review, yo, the man does it right. Now, this is more of a Wally story. So this is Wally teaming up with Flash, Jay Garrick, and hell, yo, even Wallace. So it's just like a team up of, like the core four Flash family members, and they're running from the Batman who laughs, who has morphed into, some fuckity fuckhead, and they're trying to get to the Mobius chair, because once they get to the Mobius chair, they can use that to help Wonder Woman and in the main story. But listen, this was great in terms of Wally West. Now, Wally West has been through so much. We've seen it. He came back from the Speed Force and Rebirth, and life has not been good for Wally West. The whole thing happened with Heroes in Crisis. The Titans broke up, and he found his kids, and then he had to leave his kids, and then when he became a god, the Batman who laughs, went and kicked his ass out the Mobius chair. Like, listen, shit hasn't been great for Wally West for a very long time, but this right here, it makes it worth it. It makes it worth it, man. So listen, I don't even want to spoil too much. I'll actually, probably just this. Again, Eddie Barrows just does his thing. And again, listen, for these last Flash issues, like, the artists have been doing their best to just make sure the story is told in a way that is just visually appealing. Again, this is the same quality content that you're going to get throughout the entire issue, and I really love it. And also too, like, one of the things I really love about this issue also is just like, Wallace is involved. One of my biggest complaints about the whole metal thing was that there were a lot of heroes that really didn't play that much of a role, in certain stories. But here, they're more prominent, and I do fuck with that. So it's cool to see Wallace involved, and everything that's happening. Definitely cool to see Jay Garrick as well. And another thing too is just like it really gives us some closure between Barry and Wally, because there's a lot that's happened between the two, and also there's a lot that both of them, they didn't know about each other throughout the 4 or 5 years Rebirth has happened. Because when you think about it, they've been living separate lives, and they've only kind of reconnected with each other several times. And the last major time they reconnected was the Flash War, and we all saw how that came out. So both of them were able to come to an understanding. Barry had to just let Wally do his own thing. And again, it's just a Wally story. Everything comes full circle. And again, the word I have to use for this is just wholesome. It's wholesome, it's wholesome, and wholesome. And another thing too is just like, listen, even though I'm not reading death metal, like, Williamson is just doing a great job of, he makes me want to read the event, but also at the same time, he does a great job of just condensing his core story into one issue. Or even in Justice League, he's probably gonna do the same in those 3 or 4 issues. So he does a great job of that. So if you're not reading death metal, it's okay. You can pick this up. If you're not reading Justice League, it's okay. You can pick that up. Williamson just does a great job of just keeping the shit in the pocket. Keep the shit in the pocket. Let him tell his own story within that little world, and you can go about your day. And again, as for somebody who's not reading death metal, right now, that works for me. Again, this was a great issue. If you're a Wally West fan, go ahead and pick it up. If you're a Flash fan, go ahead and pick it up. And again, it was just great to read both of these like back to back, because Flash 762 hinted at death metal, and it works, man. He did a great job at making sure these came out at the same day. But yeah, man, this is it. Death metal, one shot, wholesome content. This issue definitely slapped. Williamson, I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Alright, next up is Batgirl 49. It's written by Cecile Castellucci, and the art is done by Robbie Rodriguez. This issue was, I don't know, it's mid. It's mid. Like, it's right there in the middle. Now, let me just get my complaints out of the way first, because this is actually pretty grating on my nerves. Listen, there's no Joker War stuff that's happening in this issue, so why the fuck do we got the Joker War logo on top of it? I will be honest, the only reason why I'm even buying Batgirl is for Joker War stuff. But again, there's no Joker War stuff here. Like, again, the same complaint I had in the last video is the same complaint I have here. And Barbara Gordon's view of Gotham, especially since it's supposed to be in the Joker War, there's no Joker War shit happening. Like, there's no clowns running around. There's no anarchy in Gotham. Everything is nice and normal in Gotham. But this is supposed to be the Joker War. But that's not the case at Nightwing. Nightwing, you see shit going to hell. In Red Hood, the last issue that we had, we seen things going to hell. Detective Comics, we've seen things going to hell. Here, this is just Batgirl just yucking up as usual. It's Cecile Castellucci's Batgirl that's not bothered by anything that's happening in James Tynion's Batman. So why the fuck? Why do you have this? I can tell you why you have it. You're just using it just to boost more sales for Batgirl because we all know the shit is ending next month. But either way, it's kind of false advertising. I had the same complaint last week with Batman 99. Y'all over here, saying shit is gonna happen, but it really doesn't happen. It's you're using the Joker War title, but there's no Joker. It's all a mess. But either way, on the flip side, I did enjoy this issue. I did enjoy it. There's a lot of drama happening between the Gordons, Barbara Gordon, the brother and Commissioner Gordon. I enjoyed that shit, and with the way the story plays out, especially since it's continuing from the last issue. I like it. 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 And the way this ends, listen, there's no way after issue 50 that Barbara Gordon doesn't hang it up. There's no way. There's no way. Because the ending of this issue was just like, damn, bro. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Again, after that, there's no way. There's no way. Cassandra Cain as a Batgirl, we want you. And this is just pushing that narrative. Because right now, the whole Bat family dynamic is about to change up. And this just pushes that narrative further. So I'm looking forward to it. And listen, even if issue 50 doesn't have the Joker War logo on it, I'm going to check it out anyways. Because again, it's 4 issues in. And I can say that Castellucci has done a pretty great job of getting me on board. And again, I actually do want to check out the rest of this run. And as for the art, hey man, Robbie Rodriguez, listen, you see the way he draws his Batgirl? You see the way he draws Barbara? Listen, Barbara Gordon can get this work. Whether her legs are working or not, chip or don't chip, she could get this work. She is looking delectable. She is looking scrumptious. She is looking sexy. But y'all, this. Oh, you know what? This is heat. This is heat. I feel like my complaints don't warrant it keeping it at the mid rating. I'm gonna say this is heat because listen, this is. I'm normally not reading Batgirl, but I am reading Batgirl and I'm invested and I like where the story's going. And the art is great. And again, there's potential for something major to happen at the end. You know what? Yeah, I'll be fair. This is heat. Yeah, Batgirl 49. Check it out. Alright, next up we got Batman Superman issue 12. It's written by Joshua Williamson once again, and the art is done by Max Raynor. This issue was heat, man. I know in the last video I said I was done with Batman Superman. The shit was pretty mid, but here Williamson is doing what I wanted him to do since the past couple issues. Like, he's picking up on a previous plot thread, a pretty important plot thread from the beginning of this run, and now he's using it. And I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So remember the whole Batman, Superman are gonna try to take down villains even before they start acting up. So they have to, because of everything that happened in the Infected. So this is picking up from that finally. And Batman and Superman are in some shit. You know, they're not even the main heroes in this book, which I like. I mean, of course, you know, they're still present in the story, but Williamson uses, you know, what's happening here to give shine to other heroes. We got Batgirl and Steel. Batgirl and Steel who are kind of pretty much taking the role of the main characters, even though Batman and Superman are still, you know, the head honchos of this book, and I enjoy that. You know, I haven't seen Steel since, I think, what was it, Dan Jurgens' Action Comics run. And Batgirl, I mean, we haven't seen her in a while. She's just now popping up. And I like that shit. That shit is fun for me. And, you know, I guess one of the biggest complaints I've had over at DC is just like, dude, there's a lot of characters that they're not using. So Williamson, you know, he's just kind of having fun here, and he's just bringing in these two. We haven't seen them in a while. They work well together, and they're trying to figure out what happened to Batman and Superman. And another thing that I enjoy here also is that Williamson is doing his best. The man is doing his best to take unused like plot threads from other books and making them matter. Event Leviathan. I thought Event Leviathan was garbage, but Williamson found a way somehow to make Event Leviathan relevant. You know, and the whole thing that happened in Candor, I think it was like, I forgot, it's like issue 8 or something, you know, that's being referenced here as well. You know, what's been happening in the Justice Doom War, he's using that here as well. So I was like, I don't know, could it be that Williamson, you know, is just kind of just taking whatever he can to beef up this story? Yes, you can say that. That actually could be a valid complaint. But for me, as somebody who needed this book to have a little more to it, it works for me, and I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna complain at all. And again, Max Rainer's art, yo, I believe he was actually the artist, you know, during the first couple of issues, and that was always my highlight. So it's great to see him back. I could be wrong. But still, like, yo, this art is fire. His Batman is fire. Look at that shit. That shit is crisp. That's crisp. It's raw, and I love it. 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 But yeah, I enjoyed this issue very, very, very much. Like I said, I was gonna drop it, but nah. Let me see how this art goes. Because if Williamson can continue, if he can continue to build on this like major plot point, then I might just have to stick through and read Batman Superman for the long run. But if not, you know, if this is just kind of like a, you know, 2 or 3 issue thing, and then he kind of just goes back to the bullshit, and then you know, I might have to drop. But this is a step in the right direction, especially after the last 2 or 3 issues, which have been mid. But yeah, Batman Superman 12, Joshua Williamson, I like. Heat. Next up is Drake and New Dawn, issue 2 out of 3. It's written by Anthony Birch, and the art is done by Simone Rigazzoni. This issue, you know what? Stop. Let me start off by saying this. I take back every bad thing I said about this issue. Excuse me, I take back every bad thing I said about this book. I read the first issue, I was not impressed. I thought that this was just some BS that Boom was putting out because they needed another title alongside Mighty Morphin as a placeholder, because we know Mighty Morphin is splitting into 2 books, Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. I thought this was going to be the placeholder until then. Just a BS placeholder. Just throwing shit out the wall. I was wrong. I'm so happy that I decided to read issue 2 instead of just letting it stack like I was originally going to, because this shit slapped, yo. This shit slapped. If you are somebody who's been complaining about Power Rangers not being mature, not being gritty enough, not being violent enough, this is for you. This is for you. Now, I'm not saying Higgins and Parrot didn't have those moments, because they definitely did. But here, this is it in all of its glory. Like, the stuff that you knew and love about Power Rangers, like, how the mythology about the coins and all that stuff, the way that they use that shit here and make it such a pivotal plot point, make it a point of contention between like certain characters. Oh, that shit's great. I love it. 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 There's a lot of drama here. There's a lot of tension. There's oh man, there's death. Oh, somebody dies here. And also, I like the way that, Anthony Birch plays with some of these characters in terms of ships. You know what I'm saying? There's a little ship going on over here. I like it. I like it. He definitely paid attention to the TV show. That's what I like. When you pay attention to the TV show and you use it in the comic books in the way that's slick, I like that shit. I like that. Because a lot of people come into Power Rangers, they think they know Power Rangers. They think they know Power Rangers, but they don't. But when you come in here and you take shit from the TV show and you weave it in, and you make it work, especially something sly, I like that shit. That's cool. I respect that. I respect it. Also, another great thing I love is, Lady Ecliptor. I keep slipping up her name. I like her. She's a formidable foe. She's a formidable foe. And there's a nice little fight here between her and Ranger Slayer. And the shit that happens at the end of that fight. Listen, y'all. If I keep going, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of this. Because I'm tempted to. But man, this is a great issue. This is a great issue. Now, my only complaint is the art. I'm still getting used to, Simone Regazzoni's art. I'm still getting used to it. But also at the same time, it's not bad. I just need to get my head about my ass. I'm used to Dina Kulo's art. I'm used to Mora's art. I'm used to Francisco Mortarito's art. So this is very different for me in terms of Power Rangers. I'm not expecting it, but at the same time, it's something to get used to. But again, it's not bad. It's not bad. One good thing I can say about it is that it fits with the theme, the gritty, violent, mature theme. I gotta give it cred for that. But y'all, listen, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I'm gonna spoil. You guys are probably read this shit already, but for those who haven't, great issue. Go pick it up. If you can find issue 1, go pick it up, and then read issue 2, and then wait for issue 3. Drake and New Dawn, issue 2 out of 3. Heat. Alright, last but not least is Ten of Swords, issue 1. It's written by Jonathan Hickman, and the art is done by Pepe Larraz. This was definitely worth the wait. We've been waiting for Ten of Swords for a while, and man, this first issue did not disappoint. Now, it's a little slow in the beginning, because we gotta explain things, especially stuff that's been happening in the other books, especially X-Men, Marauders, and all that good stuff. And I'm pretty sure a lot of it's done for those who haven't been reading the other books, such as me, and even for those who haven't been reading X-Men in general and may just want a fun event to hop into. So this seems pretty user friendly. I mean, and that depends also. I mean, if you care for the whole, mythology behind everything. But even then, as somebody who doesn't care about the mythology, and the little intricate details, it still works for me. It's enough for me to jump into, and it's nothing that's too alienating. You'll be fine if you haven't been reading the other books. You'll be fine if you're just just a casual, just looking for a fun X-Men story. So again, the first part of it is a little slow, but while we're explaining everything and just getting everybody caught up, there's like a tension here. There's a tension. You feel it. You know shit is not gonna go well. And man, it pays off in the end, because like the last couple pages, like the last batch of pages, oh my gosh, things go left, and they go left badly, 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 badly. It is bad. Send these niggas some help. Send these niggas some help. This shit is about to go down. And the way that the issue ends, you can't help but get hyped for the other books. Like, listen, I know that there's a lot of grief with the fact that there's like mad chapters to this, and you gotta buy damn near you have to buy every X book to keep tabs on it. But you know what? This first issue, it makes me want to do it. It makes me want to do it. It makes me want to buy those issues, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm already reading X-Force. I'm already reading Wolverine. So I'm gonna pick up Cable. I'm gonna pick anything else that you need me to read, Hickman, just to keep tabs on this book. I'm gonna read, because the premise for this shit is fire, bro. It's fire. You gotta find the 10 swords, and you gotta find the 10. We see it here. So it's gonna be a battle royale. The mutants versus them fuckheads from Acro. Yeah, it's Acro. Yeah, from Acro. It's gonna get bloody. It's gonna get messy. Alliances will be broken. And I'm looking forward to seeing where the entire X-Men line ends up after this. Oh, listen. And also here too, Pepe Larraz's art. Let me just say this, man. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. I loved Pepe Larraz's work on House of X and Powers of X. And man, he's back here. He's back here. Listen, yo. Pepe Larraz, your work needs to be put up in an art museum somewhere, because it's just so delectable, man. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. It should be illegal for your art to be this good, but it's this good, and I love it. I love that. Hickman has been kind of holding him in the tuck until now, until this major event, and I can't wait to see what else he does. And obviously I'm not showing. Actually, no, fuck it. Because I'm pretty sure you guys have read, this issue already. But you remember what I said about shit going down? It goes down, y'all. It goes down. Listen, I'm so hyped I can't even look at the camera. I can't even look at the lens straight. It goes down, y'all. Pepe Larraz's art, it just adds to it, man. It just adds to it. Like, Hickman, Pepe Larraz, match made in heaven, especially for this story. So listen, y'all. I'm on board. I'm game. 10 of Swords. Whatever you need me to read, Hickman, I am going to read. I'm here for this shit, y'all. Go pick it up if you haven't. If you haven't, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, man? Seriously. Story slaps. Art slaps. Let's get to it. 10 of Swords, issue 1. And that is about it for Heat of the Week. Just want to say thank you guys for continuing to support me. I'm at 275 subscribers. Let's get it to 300. Let's get it to 300 subs, y'all. And don't forget that I'm streaming this Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be talking comics. We're going to be talking movies, all that great stuff. Again, it's just a great way for y'all to interact with me. outside of my content. And also, it will be sponsored by, Bacardi. But yeah, y'all, continue to be well. Much love, much peace. I'll see you guys next week. It is 2 a.m. my time. I need to take my black ass to sleep. Roliver Queen out.